お、こんばんは。久しぶりです。It took a while. I'm lying when I say a while. I mean a long, long while. Any case, what happened is I had to find like a whole bunch of. Okay, if you look in the stream description right now and you click down, you'll see a whole bunch of new streams. The links actually, like I was trying to find some suitable materials for you guys, especially when I heard one of my IRL BFF who has just finished learning the hiragana characters from my stream, and she's like, but I don't know anything about what like vocabulary and reading stuff. And she's like, if I were to use a chart for hiragana to compare, I can read it, sure, but I don't understand a single thing I'm saying. Which prompted me that I might have to give you guys like a little bit of extra, instead of just like grammar, you guys also need like thematic vocabularies on top of all of that. Plus there's another writing, like remember I said yeah, 3 writing system in Japanese. Yeah, there's like katakana as well. We just finished the hiragana basics. And even so, some of you guys might still be shaky, especially if you've never touched Japanese before, which I understand. So I'm here to make it less daunting and more fun. And in the name of fun, I also kicked Dakra from the regular stream. So yeah, you know, the depressing guy who is like constantly depressed 90%, and he comes on stream for revisions, and sometimes you hear him, but he's just dead on the inside. Yeah, so yeah, so for more convenience on my end and theirs, I'm gonna do this stream solo from now on. But rest assured, you can still ask me stuff, and if you want to talk to them, they're kind of on the Discord as well, but I don't know, you might not want to talk to them. I am opening this to the people on the VTuber collab server that I am, so any point of time during this series, whenever I'm streaming the Japanese course, I also will get bombed. Like there is a chance, a very slight chance, that I might get bombed by any of the people that actually know me. So I'm gonna unmute the Discord right now so that they can see, and I'm also share screening on my side for them. So what I'm going to do is show you guys what I'm up to. Okay, so there are a few sites that you guys have to know. This is the first one. This is actually from a different website. Like previously I was learning from JLPT Sensei, but I think this is better. This is Marshall's side, so the links are in the description, don't worry about that. And you can see they have packaged this really nicely. So if you go on here, right, there are a lot of things. I just want to click on the course. Like there are other aspects of this as well, which is actually great, but I don't want to use it as much because I find that this part here, the quiz, is also great actually for like the revision. They have packaged it really neatly and nicely in a way that makes sense for beginners to learn. See all these? It's basic level, and it's in chronology order of what makes most sense for non-native Japanese learners. For example, the hiragana course. It's the hiragana that we actually went through for the last 12-13 weeks before I took a long break in between. Yeah, this is what we just covered. This is like basic one. There is also katakana course, which is what we'll be going through every week from now on, in no set chronological order. Okay, so it is similar to the hiragana. It's just a new set of writing alphabets, but the system works the same. So other alphabet course is like the ones that I taught you, the dakten and handakten, the combination characters. All those will fall under the other alphabet course. It can belong to the hiragana, it can also belong to the katakana, don't worry. Basic expression course. This one is similar to what I found over here on another site. This is Michikanji. So Michikanji also similarly has packaged this in a very easy to learn way. So for example, this is Hajimemashite, nice to meet you. So this is like the greetings, aisatsu we call this. This is a thematic vocabulary that most Japanese non-native learners will learn. For example, konnichiwa means hello. Ogenki desu ka means how are you. These are verbs or like phrases that we pick up along the way. It's under basic expression course. Like for example, how to say yes, hi. How to say no, yeah. That's under here. And then there's the pronoun course. So in pronouns, Japan is not a very gender word kind of place. So a lot of the pronouns that you learn here would be basically neutral. they don't have a pronoun issue like America, because America is like there is he, there is she, and there are people insisting they are also they, and there are people who are insisting they are, you know, unique to how they want to be referred to. No such thing in Japan, thankfully, because they are not very gender conscious in that sense, so the pronouns will be slightly easier. After you learn the pronouns, you'll be learning the verbs. Of course, it's not comprehensive of every single verb in there, but the most important part is to differentiate the two kinds of verb, which is the ikeyoshi and the nakeyoshi, which is the ones that end with e and the ones that end with na. And then there is also verb conversion, which is later on how you change it. There is the ichidan and the godan. I think I showed that video before. So if you look under my stream description, there is one guy under the helpful causes or helpful people. It's called Jozu Joels. He has very clearly explained it in one of his videos about these verb conversions. It's a Lego method. Like Japanese is easy if you understand how it works. It's a Lego method full of rules that you decide before you convert. Yep. That's how it is. And then there is also another lady whom I found recently. It took me a long time to go through all of this. So there is a lady, I think that is Harupakai Japanese 84. So she also has a video. Alright, she has this video that tells you 90% of Japanese sentences and how it actually works. It always ends in a verb. So in contrast with other languages, Japanese sentences, they put like the person and the noun in front of, or the description in front of the verb. The verb always closes off the sentence. Okay, don't worry about that. That's part of the grammar that will be coming up. And then this adjective clause is the description. It is something that you attach to the verb. Or, you know, sometimes it's used to describe people as well, or things. So you use it to attach to both nouns and verbs. In Japanese, it's pretty simple compared to English in a sense. And then this one over here, the most important, but you will be using this for the entirety of learning Japanese. It is very limited. There are only like about 10 particles, but all these particles and the combination of particles in between verbs and nouns is what makes it complex. This is the grammar part that even I struggle with, and I am like, what, halfway in N4? Yeah, so don't worry about that. We'll be going through this one by one, and I will be revising alongside you guys. And then there's this. So there's a reading course, there is the grammar course, there's even more here. So there is the vocabulary course. The vocabulary is not inclusive of the kanji, I'm just saying. Alright, and then there's the kanji course, of course. And then this is for the N5. So once you get past the N5, it's easier to pick up speed from there because you already know the basics. You're just gonna add on more to the basics that you know. N4, grammar course, vocabulary, kanji. Same thing with N3. So N3 is like grammar, vocabulary, and kanji as well. N2 is grammar, vocabulary, and kanji as well. All the way up to N1, which is grammar and vocabulary. So there you go. Kanji is unlimited. I would say kanji is nearly unlimited. So yeah, read more. Basically, once you're past N4, you're N3 level, you should read books, like Japanese books. Not Japanese translated books, but Japanese books with kanji itself so that you can actually apply it. But the beginning stage of what we're going to cover for this series on my YouTube channel, which would take many weeks to come, is going to be all the way until the basics of N5. And that's it. I will stop there. Because the rest of it, you and I can both go to the internet to learn from actual native Japanese who are actually teaching it. And then this one over here, I've downloaded the PDF in Canva, but this one is actually also the link. This is... hold on a damn second. No, what happened? Please don't tell me I have to reload this. Okay, hold on, let me reload this. I forgot. I didn't take my Wacom now. Okay, I'll take it down later when I use this. This is part of your homework. Shokudai desu. So normally, I don't give homework, but for the sake of this course... Oh no, can you stop that? Okay, I don't know why this is not loading. It's supposed to, but it's not. I'm gonna pray that it will be fine later on when I do this. So it's supposed to be a handwriting worksheet that I currently cannot see when I zoom in, huh? Why is it like this? Right, Canva hates me. I don't know. I will figure this out later. So it's technically supposed to be handwriting practice. Can you see? This is katakana, but the vowel version that we're gonna go through. Remember the hiragana version? Yeah, I think you forgot. But it's okay. We'll go through all of those. Okay, and then this is the thematic. So this is N5 kanji and vocabulary. So they go by themes over here. There is also, this is introduction and greetings. This is phone number. So a little bit more on greetings part 2, probably with particles and stuff like that. And then this is at school. So this is department store. Tang 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 tang. You can see it goes a long way down. This is actually good. I think it's actually good. I'll show you guys later why I think it's good. So there are 48 of this, and this is not the only one. This is the JLPT N5 version of it. So if you want, you can click on, where is it? Is it review? No, I think it's like the main one. So you can unlock stuff. I forgot where it is. Conversation? Janai. Hi guest. I want to learn. Oh wait, course list. Yep, I'm stupid. Hello pancakes! I missed most of these because of work with the first one able to join this homework. It's optional, okay? Homework is optional, but it helps you remember, really. So this is the one that I found on the Michikanji. So this is Mochi de Mai. Mochi de mi, okay? Mochi de mi. This one here is the one that I'm looking at. Over 805 kanji vocabulary. So this is the comprehensive one. And then of course there are like different textbooks all the way into N2 over here. And then there are like industry based. So if you want to work in Japan, this is useful for people who are looking at overseas job opportunities in Japan. So they are normally hiring healthcare workers in nursing sector. So this is one of it. IT is another one because they are lacking of a lot of like, you know, internet security programmers, engineers, stuff like that. They need overseas talent for this. The service industry, this one is actually really interesting because when I went to Japan, there were a lot of convenience stores, especially in the city areas that you see, and the convenience store workers, they are not Japanese. They are all foreigners who speak really well Japanese, like very good Japanese. So it's a service industry vocabulary, and they speak really fast. Probably because they've been speaking the same line every day, which I don't understand. So maybe I need to learn this as well. And then there's of course this one here. So Minna no Nihongo. This is normally we start with N5 and then we move to N4. And usually it stops there because this is the 2 exact textbooks that my school tried to teach me Japanese for 3 years and nothing actually stuck very well. So I'm doing this as a revision for myself. But I will not be going through that first. I'll be going through this because it's more beginner friendly, I would like to say. And then this over here, this is learnjapaneseadventure.com. Links should be in the stream description. And there are many of these things here. Like you can see all these basic in the... Okay, all these things like numbers, words, phrases, they are useful, but it's more like an info dump. So I will not be going through these exactly like all of it, like probably sporadically. See, they have like really detailed things, but they don't have a sequence structure for you. So I wouldn't actually recommend this as part of your main materials when you are self-learning with the stream as well. Can you see? So they have like state, continuation, transitive, and intratransitive start. Oh, no, we're not gonna do all these, right? This is for like a little bit more advanced learners. They don't really have like a flow for learning as friendly as this one does or this one does. So I'm gonna use mainly these 2 here. And then if you want to practice a little bit more on practical Japanese, there is reading. So this is also part of the links that I added for you guys. You can read it in PDF. So this is tadoku.org. They have a series of levels. So this is level start, whereby you can read it with just basic hiragana knowledge and a little bit of katakana. Even if they have kanji like this one, I'll show you guys later. They have this thing called furigana, which is like the phonetics for these characters in hiragana. So yeah, I don't have Duolingo open here, but if you do have... Okay, let me just show you Duolingo. Maybe... Okay, so for example, if you want to learn Duolingo, and no thanks. Okay, for example, we are here. Okay, oh, what the hell is this? Okay, I don't want you guys to... Okay, can you see on top of this kanji? There is this phonetics. You should be changing this to Japanese, as in Nihongo, and not Romanized. Not this one, because if you do this... Oh, you're so fast at reading, huh? No, okay, you want to actually practice getting used to seeing more Japanese, especially the basic alphabet blocks. So you want this. Even if you don't know what this is, if you read on top, it says shi, and then this one, you don't know what this is. This is ki, shiki, which is 4 seasons, by the way, which is the answer for this. And this is za, this is small tsu. Remember, there is no sound for this. And then so, zaso, okay, so like weeds. And then this is seigi, seigi, justice. So obviously it's gonna be this one. Shiki. Okay, shiki. So this is how you actually learn on Duolingo. But I do not recommend Duolingo for beginner learners. For example, they ask you, this is Sakura, dochira Sakura? And you have no idea, right? So a lot of people, they are like, Sakura is a flower. I learned Chinese, it must be this. 違う。これは花です。これは桜。
桜。
これは花。
花。
And then this one.
球。
Okay, there's like two different meanings for this. I read this as Thai, but yeah, there are like more than one pronunciation for every character in here. And this is like josei or onna.
Onna.
Okay, so you want this.
Sakura.
So if you do not know in the first place how it looks like, there's no way you're gonna be able to do Duolingo. So yes, I'm gonna end the session, which is why I do not recommend Duolingo. And as you can see, I'm like at the last one here. This is daily refresh. So I'm literally at the end. Like I completed it once before. And then they added 50 new things. So I'm not gonna do this anymore. Goodbye, Duo. Don't spy on me. Yep, so we're gonna go through like a little bit of this. This is level start. They have level 0. Not a lot of books, but they are all free. So I suggest you start with this one. And then there's level 1. Level 2, all the way down to like the really difficult ones. So even I can't read this. This is level 5. Like look at this. These are literal novels. I cannot read this because they don't have enough of that phonetics. So this is 25 reviews. Let's check out how this looks like. I will show you. It's in PDF. They say murio de yomu. So means read for free. That's what this is. So this is a web book. You can't even read the title. My god. And then they're like Michiko. So this is Michiko no, and then star sky. Sorakana. I have no idea either. Alright, this is the last page, so go opposite. I'm sorry, I forgot Japanese reads from right to left. Okay, and then they have all these things here and you're like, oh my god, this is kyonen. If you don't know these, they don't give you any like guide over here. So this is like way too difficult for even myself, so I don't do this. I don't read this. So yeah, so you can go at your own pace and see where you can read until. If you can read the last one over here, I suggest you get Amazon Kindle and start borrowing the books there in native Japanese to read instead. Or like just buy them from Japan, really. Or like read the raw scans of manga, you know, instead of going here. So you're way too advanced for this stream as well. If you can read that, you're way too advanced for this stream. Yep, this is what I will be going through mostly. This one optional. Depends whether I have time. This is the textbook. The ones that I carried back from grade 1 to grade 6 from Japan. When I went to Japan, I bought this. This is the Kyokasha. It's literally what they use in Japanese elementary schools. It was so hard to find, okay? You had to go to major bookstores. Like the whole building is full of books that they sell. Then they have stock of these. And this was like, well, I bought one set of it. They only had 2 sets. So I don't think it's very popular there. But I went to Japan like specifically to get this. And we'll see if you can actually read this. This is entirely in hiragana. There is no katakana. But, you know, I think you just need to do like this one section over here on the top right. This little column over here. If you can read this, I think you would probably break your head. It's good enough, really. You don't have to read all of it. So like some of it, a lot of it are actually writing activities so that the kids remember what they were taught in class. So this is kind of like a textbook and a workbook at the same time. They don't have a separate workbook there, but there are a lot of little stories at the end that I will pick and choose. Right, we're only doing the reading practice because the writing practice, you guys can do it by yourself on like an actual notebook without me. Okay, so without further ado, let me just show you what I have found. This is the katakana course, and apparently they do have songs. Right, this is the katakana song. So let's introduce to you the katakana characters. You may not remember it all, but that is fine. Right, let me know if the sound is fine.
ピプペポあいうえおくきくけこさしすせそたちつてとなにむねのはしふえほまみむめもよゆよらりるれろ
Right? Did you get that? How many of that did you get? It's fine if you didn't get it all. It's a little bit too fast. But it's okay. We'll be breaking that down eventually. So I'm gonna break down the first few characters, which is the basic vowels. So realize that Japanese sounds are all following the 5 vowels that are I, U, E, O. It's just the A, E, I, O, U equivalent in English, except they sequence it differently. So it's A, I, U, A, I, U, O, E. Is it? Wait. A, E, U, A, E, I, U, U, A, I, U, A, I, U, E, O. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit different. So anyways, they even show you, like the reason why I chose this website is because they show you how it's being written. Hold on, let me get my Wacom. I dropped it, but it's still alive. My wire. Ay. Oh, okay. I have my Wacom. Is it working? Hi. It's working. Okay, very good. Intuos Pro M is set up and ready to go. Nice. I have a Wacom, but I don't know how to use it to draw. I've only drawn it like one cover in my life. Never again. But anyways, this is... so the stroke goes according to this. It's only 2 strokes, so the stroke order is as shown like this. 1 and 2. So, okay, the difference between the katakana and the hiragana. The hiragana is actually more bendy slash curvy slash cursive compared to the katakana strokes, which is a little bit stiffer. So this is the I want to try. Would you allow me to write? ちょっと. Ooh! It allows me to zoom right now! Surashi! Okay, this is great. Right, so for example, okay, can I actually move this? Okay, so I'm gonna follow this right here. Remember the 4 grid pattern that works for the hiragana? It's the same in katakana. So you start from here, and then lift up, and then here. Something like that. Okay, I drew it very horribly. Well, let me try and adjust the... Okay, we're gonna try again. Maybe I should be using this instead. I want the purple, murasaki. In case you forgot, purple is called murasaki. Okay, let me just try. Okay, this is much better, right? So we do this, let go, and then this. Ta-da! So it looks kind of like a... I don't know what this looks like actually. Yep, so this is... this is actually A. This one over here. Can you see that? Alright, so if you were to write without, it's gonna look something like this. So this is don't worry if it's ugly, people will recognize it in Japan, okay? They're just very impressed if you can actually do it. Right, so demonstration of it. This is A. Alright, but katakana version. Okay, I'm gonna write the hiragana version here for comparison just so you guys know. The hiragana version. Can I change the color? 青使いよ。いや、青じゃない。ピンクかな? Okay, the hiragana version looks like this. Okay, this is but hiragana. Let me write hiragana. Okay, no mix up. Don't mix up. They're the same pronunciation but different. Different representatives. So, okay. Next one. Right, we have this. This is I. This is I actually in katakana. So this is I. So the strokes are also 2 strokes. Like pretty similar this one. We know from earlier and then straight. So I'm gonna look for E. It's not here. Where did it go? Oh, it's here. I passed it. My bad. Okay, we're gonna do E. It's simple and straightforward. Alright, so you start from the center over here. Like this. Okay. Please, even if it's straight, I think people would recognize it. It's fine. Even if it's like this, I think people would also recognize it. It's okay. So don't be too harsh on yourself. It doesn't matter if it's this way, or this way. I think people would understand this. Now for the hiragana equivalent for E, remember this is the E in the hiragana. Hiragana. Okay, no confuse. Sugi. Okay, next one. We're going to go to this. Okay, the next vowel here. Okay, if I'm going too fast, if you're watching the VODs, you can pause it, okay? And if you don't know everything in the live, it's fine. Revise. That's what it's for. So next one, this is U. Okay, U kind of looks like a triangle as they are talking about over here. There are now 3 strokes. So you start from the top and then the side and then you move down. So what happens if you draw a little bit too long? It's okay. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, they are not superly strict or picky with this, so relax. It's not the end of the world if you make a mistake. So the original is supposed to look like this. Okay, like this, and then you join it like that. Yeah, okay. I've seen some people, they're like this, and then they're like, oh no, it's like coming off a little bit. It's fine. There's some people like this, okay? If it's like this a little bit, it's fine. But there are people who do this, so it's safer. Right? Either way, if it works out for you, like I personally would do this. I personally would do this so that I don't mess up this part. Otherwise, it would look something like... and then you do a little bit too much and it looks like that. It looks like that, yeah. So this is not good. I personally would break the rules here a little bit because I'm not very used to writing this. But yeah, it's like this normally. Okay, so it looks like a 7 over here. If it turns out to be something like this, I think it's acceptable as well. It doesn't matter if this top part is not extremely straight. So I'm gonna show you guys the hiragana equivalent of the U. It is very similar. Remember this? これは U ですよ。hiragana version of it. It's very similar. So it should not be very wrong. Even if you wrote this in a straight version, okay? Like this. But remember to add this. People will accept it. It looks similar, okay? No confusion over here. No fight. Relax. Okay, the next one, the 4th of the vowel. This is E. And when they say E, it literally is the letter E over here. This one, my friends who learn Chinese, 中国語しているの人は, this is very easy, right? This one looks like a Chinese character and it's also very straight because it's all straight lines. So you shouldn't be making a mistake. It also looks like the English capital I. It's not very different. The only difference is that over here it's shorter, and then when you go to the bottom it's longer by like slightly. Even if you did like an I like this, I think it's fine, but just make this line slightly longer. Even if it's the same length here like this, I think the Japanese would accept this. Yeah, like this. I think it's fine. Okay, this is the E, and of course the equivalent in the hiragana is very different. I write it like this. So there's a little bit curvy thing at the bottom. I'm not very good at writing that, unfortunately. But, oops, what happened to my pen? Ah, why? Doshita? What happened? Hiragana, chotto. Yes, okay. This is hiragana. I don't know what happened there. Hiragana. Wait, sorry, this is not E, sorry. The sound is Okay, last one, O. This is definitely O. So they give you a very nice picture of someone kicking a soccer ball, like O. And it really looks like a person kicking a soccer ball. So there are 3 strokes. Follow the sequence here. 1, 2 down, and 3 going out. So this, not very difficult for people who learn Chinese as well. It's pretty similar. Oops, this is the wrong one. Alright, so I'm gonna demonstrate over here. This is part of your optional homework. It's not compulsory, but yeah, it looks like that. One more time, straight, down, and then curve and out. So this is O, right? You don't have to be superly strict on this one. It's fine. It's fine even if it's not curved out, you know, if it's all straight like this. I think it's acceptable. It's not very fussy. So O looks like this. O in hiragana looks like this. So completely not the same. Unfortunately, it's kind of like hiragana. So now you know your hiragana counterparts and your katakana counterparts. So it will take a little bit of time for you to actually match the differences. So from the top again, this is a. Okay, this is the a in hiragana. This is I in katakana, and this is I in hiragana. U in katakana. U in hiragana. This one, similar looking. E in katakana and E in hiragana. Completely different. The last one also completely different. So this is O in katakana and this is O in hiragana. So you know your differences. So look at this. More cursive, more straight. 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 That's the difference between hiragana and katakana. It will resemble straight lines, more or less, in the rest of katakana. It's probably the more simplified version because it is the modern characters that represent foreign words used in the Japanese language. Compared to previously when they were using calligraphy brushes for all their languages, that's when the hiragana was kind of invented there as well. So that is all for today's katakana course. What we're gonna do is the quiz. Hold on, where'd the quiz go? Back to course. Okay, I'm gonna open up a new one. Ta-da! Quiz しよう. So today I'm going to do alphabet quiz. Okay, we are going to revise the hiragana. So I think okay, I think we will do easy mode just for you guys. So we're not gonna do the input one. Those of you who are in chat or those of you who are lurking, you can participate. If not, I will move on. Alright, so easy mode over here. So it's the same link. This is the same one, Marshall's site. So there will be 20 questions randomly loaded from all of the hiragana that you've known. And then you have a time limit actually. So if you want to be on the leaderboard like all these people over here, 13 seconds, and you want to break their record, sign up for the website membership and stuff like that. Create an account. It's free and then you can try. But I don't need it, so I'm gonna look at this. So I have about one and a half minute. This one over here, okay, for those of you who forget, this one has 2 lines. This is ki. Next one, this one. Okay, this is ro. Ru has a little bit of a turn in the tail. Doesn't have that. This one, 2 lines like this. This is a mo. It's also a particle, so please remember. This one of the first few. The second lesson we learned this. This is ka. Okay, the ka in katakana is also gonna look very similar without the side, and it's more straight. This is the one that looks like ko, but there's a line over here. This is actually ni. This one over here, there are many ways of writing it. This is the more cursive way. This over here is ya. And then this one over here that doesn't curve outwards. This is actually wa, as in watashi. This one, remember, it looks very similar to something we saw earlier, but it has a little tail tucked in. So now instead of ro, this now becomes ru. And this one over here, one of the more difficult characters that I struggle with penmanship, this one is su. Suru. It's going to be something that you often write, so please remember this character. And the last one, this one has a little tail, so when it has a little tail it tends to be a u or a e. So this is ne actually. Let's say we got all of it correct. If I got all of it correct, yep. So I spent 1 minute 20 seconds to finish it with everything correct. So the average score is 86. Don't worry if you get less than 86. It doesn't mean you're less than average. It just means that you need more practice. So these are randomly chosen 10 characters out of everything. It teaches you how much you need to revise. So don't be afraid, alright? Okay, so I will be closing the quiz right now. Okay, I'm gonna use this to actually introduce to you guys some basic words so that you don't panic when you see words that you don't understand. It's fine. Alright, so aisatsu, Nihongo aisatsu, this is Japanese greetings. Japanese greetings, some of it you would already know. So just to build a little bit of your confidence, I'm gonna go through this. Okay, so example for meeting first time, greetings that you normally say. Hajimemashite. They even give this here to you. So you don't have to wreck your brains trying to read this. But if you can, I would say the site could probably improve. They had the spoiler cover, and then after that you try this and then you click on it to see and review, right? They don't actually have this, so I'm just gonna run through this very, very quickly. And then this one is Watashi wa John desu. So John here is the name. Can you see now how John is actually written in katakana, and you can easily spot how different it is from the rest of it here. Yep, so the rest of it, hiragana, John, is not a name in Japanese, so it's going to be written in katakana, so John desu, and they spelled it in a very Japanese way, which is also the reason why I'm not gonna be continuing to teach my Japanese student, because I think there is like a diversion in interest of what they want. Because in terms of English, she's able to speak, she's able to read, she's not very good at writing, so the only no good part is that she probably won't be able to take the exams for Singapore to study over here overseas, because it's not good enough. But in terms of being able to communicate in English, she's there. I think she's lost her interest. I also informed her parents, so after this month I will be slightly more free to do more streams because I have a little bit more time because of that. But anyways, this is a very Japanese spelling. John actually has another H in between the O and N. Anyways, next one over here. Dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So this is please take care of me. It's really weird. It's a cultural thing actually compared to greeting. It's more like a courtesy manner. When you want to get along with someone and you want to express like I'm not here to make trouble, I'm here to cooperate with you harmoniously, so you will say dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. The onegaishimasu is a very formal one. It's like a onegai. Remember, onegai is to ask for a favor, so please do basically over here. This over here, dozo, means please, so yoroshiku is it's kind of like nice to meet you, but more like I'm in your care. It's a very Japanese culture thing. So the language in itself is not hard, but understanding the language in terms of its unspoken cultural context, that is hard. And you will learn that when you are doing Duolingo, right? So these are the meanings over here in translation, which I've just already gone through. And then the reply to all this. For example, hajimemashite. And then your friend will say, ah, kochira koso. Kochira koso means me too, basically. So it's like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Or rather, my pleasure. In this case of translation. And then if you say, watashi wa John desu. And you want to reply, you can reply with your name as well. But if they say, dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So the right answer is also to repeat it by kochira koso, then dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Normally it's you know, the humbler you are in Japan, the higher your status or something. I don't know, it's really weird. And then if they say John desu and you want to introduce yourself, you can also go with this. So it's like John. Then after that you can introduce yourself. Watashi wa Tanaka desu. So realize Tanaka over here is a name. But Tanaka is a Japanese name, so they actually use hiragana here as compared to John, which is an English name and it's not originally Japanese. So that's how you know the difference, especially in a written form, if this is native Japanese vocabulary or not. Alright, so a good way is to read these out aloud yourself and listen to how it is to get used to speaking Japanese actually. So some of the other words of aisatsu or greetings are actually things like, for example, in the morning you have ohayo, which is more casual. If you want it to be more formal, gozaimasu, ohayo gozaimasu. And then konnichiwa, which is good afternoon or hello. It's basically like when you see someone. Okay, konnichiwa. But this is like a very formal hello. It's yeah, normally I don't know, I hear a lot of os which not even it's just a sound, it's not even a word, it's a sound. And they say hello to each other, os. Yep. Don't follow me. I'm very rude in Japan, considered rude because of how I speak, thanks to anime and very casual Japanese conversation friends. But anyways, this one, konbanwa, it's good evening, which is what I said when I started the stream. Okay, and then this one is sayonara. So sayonara is seldom used there unless you don't intend to see that person again. Probably for like a very long time or like forever, you know, sayonara, and then you throw the person off the ship. Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, no. Normally they'll say mata. Mata is like mata ne. Mata ne, dewa mata. Those mean see you later or like see you soon. They don't really say goodbye in a sense of formal etiquettes. No. Okay, this is not really used. So good to know, but don't use it. Unless it's like a homestay you don't intend to visit again. And then this is arigatou gozaimasu. So you can just say arigatou because gozaimasu once again is very formal. So most people say arigatou. That's it. That's it. Enough. Enough, okay? They'll be very happy you know this. And then this don't mind or like you're welcome is seldom said in Japan actually. They will repeat your arigato with kochira kozo or arigato back again for some reason. This do itashimashite is seldom heard. I've not heard it in the 3 weeks that I spent in Japan at all. It's so weird. Sumimasen is very common. They say sumimasen for basically everything. It's the I don't know, have you played Valorant in Tokyo servers with actual Japanese people? They have the sumimasen there as well. It's like the sumimasen disease. Every time somebody misses a shot or they lose a round, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. They're like, gomen ne, sumimasen, sumimasen. It's the sumimasen disease. Like every single thing that goes wrong there, they will sumimasen you in Japan. So this, you need to know. Regardless of whether you know the rest, this is the one word or one phrase that you should know. Next one, gomen or gomenasai. Okay, gomenasai, nasai is like a more formal apology form to show your sincerity. Gomen is a little bit more like, oh, my bad. Gomennasai is, I'm so sorry. So gomen is like, my bad. Yeah, it's more casual in a sense. So be very careful on how you use this and who you use it with or to. I worked in a Japanese company before and I was like, gomen. To my boss, the shacho was the president of the company, the CEO, the boss. He was so offended. He was like, you, then I was like, yeah, but I watch anime, so I taught myself Japanese most of it. And yeah, it was a long lecture and I learned like there's a very strict hierarchy thing, even though he's been in Singapore for like 20 years. I'm like, okay, I will have to say this. And you cannot tell a person of superiority in terms of hierarchy. Okay, they can say that to you, but you can't say that back. You need to say like, hi, like yes sir, or yes boss, that kind of thing. I don't know, it's very strict. So while I do like Japan because of how easy it is to move around and how everybody gives no fucks about me when I just go around doing my thing, tourist things, I don't think I would like to live there because the culture is very strict. So unless I don't need to involve myself with their society, I don't think living there long term is gonna be a good fit for me because I love my self-expression. And in Japan, in the Japanese people are very conformed with standards of society. Like most of them still are actually. Out of Tokyo, I mean. Now, moving on. So the next one over here. So remember, konbanwa means good evening. This oyasumi over here doesn't actually mean like evening. It's not really a greeting. It's more like telling someone, oh, good night, I'm gonna sleep now. So oyasumi is when you say before you turn off the light and you head to bed, or like you want to log out and you want to tell someone that you're going to bed. Yep. This is the greetings for it. It's not like good night in the same way of good afternoon. No. So even if it's like 12 midnight and you want to greet someone because you are meeting them, you would rather say konbanwa. Okay, not oyasumi. Oyasumi is when you're going to bed. So oyasumi is good enough. Nasai, again, this is a more formal form. So we can omit that if it's your friend or your parents or your family. Right, this one over here, it's good to know. So this is congratulations, which is omedetou gozaimasu. So for example, birthdays, you want to congratulate someone or like, just tell someone happy birthday. You don't say happy as in like you translate shiawase and birthday. No, tanjobi, shiawase tanjobi. No such thing. Tanjobi, omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations on your birthday. That's how Japanese use it. So omedetou is short form. Gozaimasu, again, this is more formal. So depends on the occasion. If it's a birthday and it's a birthday of your close friend instead of someone you don't know or someone from work, if someone from work, you're like, oh, otanjobi, omedetou gozaimasu. That's someone from work. Otanjobi, O in front of the tanjobi. Respectful being respectful on top of respectful, right? If it's your close friend and it's the two of you kicking back with a 6-can pack of beer with fried chicken and a cake, and you're like, tanjobi omedetou. That's it. That's friend. And then the not so close friend, it's a tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu. So it depends on who and how you use it again. Alright, number 11, this one, you often hear this. It's one of the first phrases you learn when you learn Japanese. It's genki. Genki is a word that means fine or feeling okay or in good health. So if you want to ask genki desu ka? Des is always the ending of a sentence in a formal context, and ka is always the particle to add on before to indicate and question when you end it. So genki desu ka? If you put the o in front, it's normally to say it's polite. So anything in Japan, if it's a verb or if it's a noun, you can put o in front and it o automatically turns polite. For example, some things are literally with the o attached. Okay, Ohayo, that's a very good example. Opai, it's also a very good example for some reason. Okay, and then I'm gonna be a little bit unsafe. So for example, chinchin, you guys know what that is. Okay, I'm not gonna elaborate, but you add the o in front, suddenly o chinchin becomes polite for some reason. Ni-chan, okay, that's brother. If you add the o in front, o ni-chan, it doesn't just sound cute, it also means adoration, so it sounds polite too. Basically that's what it is. So you can omit the o if you are not in a formal setting. So o genki desu ka? No need the o, just genki. Genki desu ka? Don't even need the desu. Genki ka? Genki, that's it. It gets shorter and shorter, you see. Basically, if you feel more comfortable, the Japanese that you speak becomes shorter. And if you don't feel very comfortable with the person, the Japanese that you speak tends to be longer. Yeah, that is the beauty of the language, I guess. So your reply with genki desu ka is genki desu. Remove the ka. This is good enough of a reply if you cannot remember the whole thing. Okay, hai basically means yes. Okage sama de. Okay, de over here is a particle. So I will not explain this, but okage sama means you too, okay, or thanks to you, like in your due favor, something like that. So it's just a very politically correct answer of saying I'm fine and you. But they skip the and you and assume that you're also doing good. Thanks to you, I'm doing well. Basically, this is what it means. So skipping. All right. This one, namae means name. Namae wa, you can also end this. Namae wa nan desu ka? That is the more full sentence of what is your name, but they omit the what here and ask name question mark, which Japanese tend to do. So it's not so strict in English. Remember I said at the beginning, like 90% of Japanese sentence ends with an action or a verb. In this case, there is no verb, so it's fine to end it with a particle. In this case, it's wa. And then you can even omit the entire thing because it's just a noun and put a question mark after it. So namae, it's the tone that makes the difference in Japanese. They will understand you, so don't worry if you don't remember everything. Alright, moshimasu means is called, okay, or yeah, basically is called or is known as. So John to moshimasu, I am called John. That's the actual translation. It's not my name is John. If I want to translate this, my name is John. Watashi no namae wa John desu. That is the actual translation. So it depends on you. Or the most simple one, remember what I said? You can just answer with a noun, and that would be a complete sentence by itself. For example, namae John desu. Full stop. That is short, sweet, to the point, and probably the best for beginners. You don't have to remember too many things. Okay, and this one, I do hear people say it like in Japan, but I don't think foreigners practice this, but it's good to know. Alright, so if you have a homestay Japanese host, it is good to impress them with this, but not necessary. So you clap your hands together while you say this, kind of like a prayer before a meal. This is itadakimasu, and then you say before you eat, right? So when you finish eating and you think it's delicious, so you can say oishii, which means delicious, or oishikatta, the food was delicious. Realize it's still one word, okay? But it basically means the same thing. Or you can say this, which is the more formal version that Japanese people use to thank the cook, but they don't express their opinions on how it tastes like. So this is gochisou sama deshita. It's thank you for the meal. That's it. Yeah, you don't even have to say if it's delicious or not. So if you think, oh my god, this is not really to my taste, you know, but you still want to show your gratitude to the cook, this is what you say, gochisou sama deshita. Or gochisou sama, it's fine as well. Right? But honestly, a white lie wouldn't like, you know, hurt anybody. So just say oishi next time. It's better than this. In my opinion, as a foreigner, you can say that. Japanese people will feel happy. And then this one over here. Okay, be careful. Okay, this is like when somebody is leaving, or you're like seeing someone off at a train station and you're like, oh, take care. Take care in Japan is kind of like okiyotsukete, means be careful, like watch your step. Okiyotsukete kudasai. It can mean both ways, like watch for danger or like take care. Okay, another way to say take care is also daiji. Okay, so odaiji ni, daiji means to treasure, take care of something. So odaiji ni, please take care of yourself normally. And this, take care of your body. Say this to a friend who is sick. So 2 ways to say okiyotsukete, which is to be careful of danger, or odaiji ni, which is normally to take care of your health. Both are acceptable. Okay, so remember the one about sayonara earlier? When I said that, yeah, it's the same thing here. Okay, so sayonara is hardly said because it is for some time that you don't see a person, maybe years even, or maybe forever. So they don't normally say that if it's like see you again soon, like in a foreseeable future. They say mata. Mata means actually again. So it's again, I will see you, like a time frame. Ashita is actually tomorrow. So mata ashita means I will see you again tomorrow. Or if they don't actually know when, they will say dewa mata. Dewa is actually a grammar, but I'm not gonna go into the explanation here. You can say just mata and they will understand it. Okay, dewa mata is a common phrase to say if you don't have a fixed time that you will see them, but you know you'll see them again somewhere soon, and you definitely want to see them again. Dewa mata. If you know when it's going to be, you can change the back part. Mata, insert time frame. Mata ashita. Ashita means tomorrow. Mata asatte means the day after tomorrow. Mata ne is also fine. The ne is a particle at the end, not just to sound cute, but it's to sound casual. So mata ne, that's fine. Many ways to say this. So these are the 20 that I went through. You don't have to remember every single one, but I hope you know at least like 2 or 3 of these phrases. At least some of it you would have known even if you don't study Japanese. So hopefully I clarify certain things. Yep, judging from the stream time, I don't know if I have time to go through this. Hold on. Alright, I will try. Okay, how long is this? Okay, probably not very long. Alright, so these are some of the words that you guys would know. So this is watashi.
Watashi.
Okay?
Watashi.
So there is a voice here to help you learn. Right? Watashi, this is the kanji form. Watashi. This is the hiragana form. Okay, so they ask you over here, I and me, which one is it? So they give you on top here the furigana, watashi. This is anohito. Anohito means that person. They don't even say him or her, they say that person. So can you see how gender neutral this is? You can also opt to hide the furigana, which I think is hell. So please use the furigana, especially when you're beginning to learn your kanji. Watashi desu.
Watashi.
Okay, they have explanation over here as well. Watashi wa Rin desu. So this is an example. Oh, I cannot actually hear this for some example. I am Lin. Yep, so there is this. Yeah, so they translate it for you, which is really good for beginners. That's why I chose this. But I'm gonna skip this part over here. You can learn how to write actually here, but I'm not gonna do this. It's they teach you strokes. There are strokes for kanji as well. Yes, it's the same as how it's done for your hiragana and your katakana. But yeah, you can do this in your own time. The links are all in the description. So this is watashi. Again, they're asking you to reiterate what this means. It means me or myself.
Watashi.
Okay, anohito means that person. Okay, anohito.
Anohito.
Right, and then you can check here. Anohito wa Mari-san desu. That person is Mari. Okay? Mari. Mary. Not Mari, but it sounds that way. Okay, so this can be ningen. It also can be hito. So there are many readings. The one that they teach here now is hito.
Anohito.
It hito. Okay?
Anohito.
That person. So you can listen to it as well as do it. Next one. This is kyoshi. Okay, kyoshi. can be... Okay, the reason why it's kyoshi, it's because of classroom. Kyoshitsu is classroom. So kyoshi is the person who is in charge of a classroom. Normally a teacher or a lecturer or instructor. It can be any of those. So it's more like a generalized term. Sensei, on the other hand, is more like a teacher, but in a profession of it. Like a more professional title, I guess. I'm not really sure, but there are two ways to say. This is not the very common way though. Okay, this is more like a higher learning thing, but sensei can be for like little kids. Yeah, they don't really call kyoshitsu for little kids below like kindergarten. Yeah, they don't really call that. So anyway, this is kyoshi.
教師
Alright, okay, 私は教師です. I am a teacher. Okay?
教師
教師. 次.
教師
Okay? So this, opposite of teacher, 学生. So this is 学生, student or pupil. Okay, another way to say student is seito. Same like kyoshi and like seito. And then the sensei and 学生. Okay, this is 学生.
学生
Okay, あの人は学生です. So they are combining all the words that you already know into sentences that you can practice. Okay, learn how to write 学生. So this is two different ones. 学 is this, and then 生 is there. So for those of you who learned Chinese, this would have been easy for you because you've been learning this. So this is 学, and then this is 生. So, oh no, okay, in Chinese it's the 3 lines first before it goes down, but here it's different. So I guess there's differences.
学生
Student. 次.
学生
Alright, 次. 会社員. So in is actually like a person who works for an organization. So in this 会社, okay, let me just explain. 会社 is company. So person of company. Person who belongs to company is an employee. 会社員. Company employee. That's more specific. But normally if you just say employee, they will understand as well. So a person who works in an organization that is a company. Alright, 会社員.
会社員
Okay, this is ハリさんは会社員です. Okay, so Hari is a company's employer, or he is an employee.
会社員
会社員.
会社員
Alright, 次. And then this is 銀行員. So remember the in, it just means a person belonging to a place of an organization. And let me just explain. 銀行 over here means a bank. So a bank employee, or rather a banker or a bank clerk. All of these would consider 銀行員. So yeah, 銀行員. So it's pretty easy because the in is the same exact thing. You just change the front part of the organization and then it becomes the new kind of employee who works for a different industry.
銀行員
Okay, this is 鈴鹿さんは銀行員です. Not Su, sorry, she, Shizuka-san. So this one is Japanese because it's not in Katakana.
銀行員
銀行員.
銀行員
Alright, 次. And then this one is 医者. So this character at the back. Okay, wait, hold on. This character at the back here is also a occupation or profession word that combines with a lot of things in front of it. This character 医 actually means medical, anything medical related. So medical person in this case is actually a doctor. 医者. 医者だ. So those of you who watch One Piece, you know Chopper likes to say this 医者だ, 医者どこ? And then he says, あ、俺が医者だ. Yep, this is what it means. Hey, 医者. はい、次。
医者
Okay, あの人は医者です. That person is a doctor. Remember あの人? We just learned that. Yep, it's a reiteration so that you remember. So those of you who learned Chinese, okay, hold on. Normally in Chinese we start with the inside one before we go the outside, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Japanese is different. But yeah, I will not actually go through all of these with you guys. So I'm gonna skip this one. Yeah, this in Chinese, if I'm not wrong, this is 者. I'm not very sure. Like 作者, like writer. I'm not very sure. 医者. はい、次。
医者
次。Okay, this engineer. So you can guess. Engineer is literally engineer, which is, again, it's written in katakana. You have not learned all of these, but you definitely know this first character, and this from the one that we just learned today, if you can remember that. Okay, this is engineer, and apparently it is not a native Japanese word or an occupation, which is why it's written in katakana. So engineer is literally engineer. Yay. This one, kyoshi, engineer. So you can revise this while you learn. So I think this is actually better than Duolingo. Use this first, and then when you get to a certain level, use Duolingo.
Engineer.
Right? Yamada-san wa engineer desu. So Yamada-san is an engineer. Nihon. これはとても大事、とても使えるの言葉. So this one you would see everywhere. So literally means Japan. Nihon, Japan. I don't know how Nihon translates to Japan or how the English actually gave it the name Japan, but it is what it is. Instead of Nihon, it's Japan. Alright, it's fine. So Nihon, there we go.
Nihon.
Nihon から来ました. Okay, から over here, this is actually a grammar. So if you can remember this, から means from, to and from. F-R-O-M. Okay, let me just type it out. Okay, very important. This gives you a preposition. It's one of the particles in there for grammar. So から means from. So if you can see the translation here. I am from Japan. 日本から来ました. Yeah, I will skip this. You guys can do it by yourself. Yeah, by the way, that ni is actually in Nichiobi, which is Sunday.
Nihon.
Yeah, this hon is actually the same as book. So they join it together. I don't know why. It's like a day book becomes Japan. Anyways.
Nihon.
Alright, we'll pass the halfway mark here. This is Be-I-na-mu. So because they don't have the word V in Japan, it is usually changed to a B. So it becomes Be. Be-I-na-mu. 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 It's Vietnam, by the way. Okay. Any people in Vietnam? In chat, I don't know. Leave it in comments if you're watching VODs and if you're from Vietnam. Tell me how you say thank you in Vietnam, okay? Next, so this is Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Okay, Vietnam. Right, sorry, it's Beto. I'm confused with this one. To, Vietnam. Okay, Vietnam から来ました. I am from Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Okay, next.
Vietnam.
Vietnam. America. You can guess the country. Any Americans in chat right now? Let me know. America, which state are you from? Those who are watching VODs and you're from America as well, let me know which state you are from, okay? America. So America Jin. If you add Jin behind, which means people or person, America Jin desu. I am American. So I'm a person from America. That's how Japanese work. It's very systematic.
America.
Okay, アメリカから来ました. You can guess what it means.
アメリカ。
アメリカ。アメリカよ。
アメリカ。
Alright, next. Okay, this one. 中国. Alright, the reason why 中国 has kanji is because they invented the characters used in kanji in the first place. Right, so friends from China, those of you who are watching VODs or if you're in chat, if you're from China, let me know. And please test my Chinese by giving me like a tongue twister. Probably that I can read. I don't know. I'm not good at Chinese. I am so sorry, my ancestors. Alright, 中国.
中国。
中国から来ました. I am from China, or rather my ancestors are not me. 我的祖宗不是我，我来自新加坡. Like I was born in Singapore, so I am Singaporean. I'm not from. I have ancestors from China definitely, but I am Singaporean. So this is 中. Okay, 途中で, 中 can also mean middle, by the way. 途中で in the middle of something. So 国, you will see this a lot. So it means country, and a lot of the countries that have kanji in here will have 国 inside here. So 中国.
中国。
China.
中
Alright.
国
次. I forgot what is this. Thai. I think this is Thai. Thai is in Thailand. Okay, so this is Thailand. Any Thai people in the chat? I don't know. Let me know if you are in the chat, alright? And then if you're watching the VOD and you're from Thailand, teach me a Thai word that is not sawadika. Because I only know sawadika. Teach me something else that I can use in Thai. Alright, maybe leave like the English translation too. Right? これはタイです。タイ。
タイ
Hey, タイから来ました。タイから来ましたの人はどこ？ Where are the people from Thai?
タイ
はい、タイ。
タイ
これは国でしょう。これははい。You must know this one. はい means yes. You will hear this a lot. はい、はい、はい、はい。Yep, so this is はい means yes. And the opposite of はい is いいえ。So this is like an example, okay? あなたは学生ですか？ Are you a student? はい、学生です。Yes, I am a student. So you can have little reading exercises here and then check yourself. Are you a student? Yes, I am a student. So はい、学生です。
はい。
はい。次。
はい。
The opposite of yes is no, and no means いいえ. So there is double I in this, okay? See it very carefully here. 2 I, 1 E. いいえ. If you take away the E, it becomes いい, which means good. It's totally different from no. Please add the F behind いいえ. いいじゃない、いいえですよ. Okay, いいえ.
いいえ
And if you only put one I with the E, いいえ, now it becomes house or home. Don't do that. Okay, put double I's. Very important. So, question over here. あなたは学生ですか? Same question as before. Are you a student? いいえ、学生じゃありません. Okay, this part here is a grammar. When you pair it up with a noun here and you want to say no after a noun, 学生じゃない or じゃありません. You have to put the じゃ behind, which means no or not. So, not a student. じゃありません. 学生じゃありません. いいえ、学生じゃありません. The ない only comes in when it is referring to not doing an action. This is part of the grammar in Japanese. Don't worry if you cannot remember. I'm just telling you in case you have questions on why it is like this. Okay? 学生, are you a student? No, I am not a student. Not over here. じゃありません or じゃない。ありません is more of a formal. ない is actually a informal version of it. So じゃない. You can also say, いえ、学生じゃない. But because they ask you, ですか? So you answer the です which is formal with ありません. Confusing? Yes. Don't worry. We're at the end.
いいえ
Okay, last one.
いいえ
はい、終わった。終わりました。Okay, so we're done with this. Ta-da! Continue. Ooh. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? Learn new words. Okay, so we're back to this. So we've completed this one today. I don't think I will be going through this one and this one. So yeah, it's a lot to do. So as you can see, this is something that I might be using. Might not be using, might be using, might not be using. Do I want to use it? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it here. You guys can try your own time. I don't think I'll be going through this part, but you can try to read it. So, okay. One thing to note. When you're reading this, read from top to down, from right to left. So it's not left to right. It's right to left and top to down. So we're gonna start here from this number 1. Read from here all the way down. Okay? This is 絵を見てお話をしましょう. So please look at the picture and then say it together. This is the instruction. So this is sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3. And after that, you look at the picture, you decide which is the correct one, and you put a tick in these little flowers over here. So this is the first exercise. And then the second one, ayo. Okay, I can't actually see the resolution. Okay, let me just read from here. Then my screen is better. I am bad. Okay, second one over here. Oops. Okay. 絵を見て、みんなのwhat is this? 様子は 要素を考えましょう. So you read what is in there, and then what is missing in the brackets over here, you put in the correct answer. So based on the picture. So you count. Okay, you count how many of it, and then basically they are testing you on whether you know how to count and what you are supposed to write inside there. And then the one in bold over here on this side, okay, this one is you guys should know. This one over here, minna nakayoshi. It's the title of the exercise. Okay, so nakayoshi means to get along. So minna as in everyone get along. Okay, and then the third one over here, so I'm gonna read the instructions here. So they say 挨拶や返事の仕方を覚えましょう. Okay, so basically there is greetings, and then there is replies. Basically you gotta like pair the greetings and the replies, something like that. I don't know, I haven't actually done this one. Alright, and then there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 4 is a different one, which 4 is over here. So obviously there is like a behind page that I haven't taken a picture of. It might be continued and linked over there, I'm not so sure, but I will try to read 4 out and translate it for you guys. I may not be accurate, so people who know Japanese better than me, if it's wrong, please comment it so that the people watching VODs can actually go through it as well. Number 4 over here. 自分の名前を伝えましょう. Okay, so tell your name. Okay, the one in bold in between 1 and 2 over there, the big ones, it's 私の名前. So your name is. So my name is actually. 私 means my. So my name is. And then there's 1, 2 over here. I think there is more behind, so I'm not very sure. These are all like the activities that are done in class. The teacher would do this normally with the kids. This is grade 1, by the way. So yeah. Are you feeling demoralized yet? Because I am. Anyway, so this is it. Alright, maybe we read like one book. I don't know. We've done a lot of reading actually earlier on. So yeah. We'll go in chronology order. So this is start. So I will try this one. There's like pretty high ratings as well. Okay, so this is actually taken from an Aesop fable. How do I know? Because they write it over here. Which is like, if you don't know this is the katakana, which you learned earlier. So so this has no sound. Pu, Aesop monogatari. Okay, monogatari means fables or tales or legends, right? So Aesop fables basically. So inu to niku, a dog and the meat. Okay, some of the instructions that you can take time. There's also a YouTube version over here in case. Is there a YouTube version? Hold on. Okay, not very sure. Some of them have. As an audio download. Okay, not very sure if the QR works. You guys can try it for yourself. I'm gonna skip those though. Okay, so you guys can try it as well. This is more or less in hiragana, so take out your hiragana chart to double confirm if you're unsure, and if possible, okay, I would suggest this for people with like physical notebooks. Take it down, translate it into like English romanji. For example, this inu, so you write I-N-U ga G-A, inu ga comma imasu, and then you check it with your hiragana chart, which you can also print from like previous streams, to see if you got it right. That's how you practice your reading. And then you go to this QR code here to check if your writing is same. Or alternatively, you can use Google Translate or images to play these back into the translate and see if you got it correct. So this is inu ga imasu, there is a dog. So this is the sentence, and then there is this the dog that's thinking here. Onaka ga suita. Okay, this is I'm hungry, basically. Stomach is empty. Stomach is hungry. Basically, this translates to I'm hungry. Nani ga tabetai na? So I want to eat something. Nani ga tabetai na means what food eat. Basically, translation. So I want to eat something. Yeah, next year, inu wa machi e kimashita. So the dog reached or arrived at a town. So ki means to arrive or to come at. Machi means a town. So Inu is dog over here. Those of you who watch the anime Inuyasha, you should know this very well. Inuyasha, this is Inu in Inuyasha. Literally means dog. Anjing, okay? Dog. And then this one, mise. Okay, normally I will read this as ten because tenya, you know, it means shop. So mise ga taksan arimasu. So there are many shops. Can you see that in Japanese a lot of the ending kimashita, come, arimasu, have, these are all verbs. So 90% of Japanese sentences end with the verbs. So the nouns will come before that. So what has many of? So many have. What thing many have? Shops many have. So mise ga taksan arimasu. This is how the sentences are formed. Okay. Niku da. Okay. That is a casual form of saying things like des. So it is to say there is an existence of a noun. You put it always behind of a noun because normal sentences end with verbs, remember? So this is how it works. So is just an interjection and expression. So that's how it is. So niku da. Okay, inu wa niku o torimashita. So torimashita is to take. Totta is also a past tense form. Okay, mashita. Mas is the present tense. Mashita is the past tense. Do not worry if you do not know the grammar. Just read for now. The more you read, the more you would find it easier to go along. And yes, hello there. Okay, next one. そして this over here is a conjunction, which means and then. Okay, this is a verb. So hashirimashita. Again, past tense. And then ran away. So over here, the dog got the meat, or rather took the meat, or in this case stole, but they didn't really say stole. And then he ran away. So and then ran away, and then he ran away. The dog ran away. Okay, next picture is Aesop's fable, by the way. This is inu wa kawa made. Okay, remember you learned kara from just now, which means from. Made is until. Kara made normally goes together. Okay, so kawa made kimashita. So the dog reached the river, or rather the dog arrived at the river. So he ran until the river, because earlier on you know that he was running from. And then soshite, which means and then, same thing. So kawa o mimashita, and then he saw the river. So he ran away, and then after that he arrived at the river, until he arrived at the river and saw the river. So kawa no naka ni mo. Okay, naka. Remember just now this is chu, so it has a different reading sometimes, which is why I'm confused with Japanese. So this means in the middle of, or inside. Naka here means inside. Okay, kawa no naka ni mo. Okay, inu ga imasu. Okay, this ni mo, it's a grammar thing that means inside also. So there is also a dog inside the river is what it says. So imas, can you see now it's not des, it's mas, because means existing, has, okay, or have in this form. So it is a verb which ends with mas, imas, present. So a dog is also present in the middle of the river. So the dog is looking at his own reflection now, and he's thinking this. Oki na niku. Okay, can you see this is a na? This is the ikyoshi and the na kyoshi. Remember I told you at the beginning of the stream? Adjectives, right? There are two kinds of adjectives in here. The adjectives that end with and the adjectives that end with na. So there is a conversion thing that's going on. But anyways, this oki na, oki happens to be a na adjective and not a really ni adjective. You just gotta like read more to understand. It's difficult to explain by logical rules because like English, there are a lot of exceptions in Japanese as well. Right? There is a big meat. That's what it's saying. And then ano niku mo hoshii. Hoshii is actually a verb of I want. Okay, want something. Ano means that. So I want that meat. Also means more. So I also want that meat. So now you know he's a greedy bitch. And then he's like, ooh. So this is the sound of growling. By the way, it's like, ooh. It's not actually a word, okay? It's just a sound effect here. This is the one that you should be looking at, okay? At the bottom here. So, inu wa kowai koe o dashimashita. The dog let out a scary sound. Ooh. Basically, that's what it is. It's not a word, it's a sound. So they're telling you this is a sound. So this is koi, or... Yeah, I don't know whether it's koi or oto. Koi is more like a voice. Oto is more like a sound. So he let out a scary voice, if dogs can be described as having a voice. So koi. So koi means scary, scary voice. Dashimashita. This means to let out. Yeah, and then this one over here, kawa no naka no inu mo kowai koi o dashimashita. So the dog, so it's literally the same picture, but now this is the reflection of the dog inside, and he's doing the same exact freaking thing. He's like, the dog in the river also let out a scary voice. That's what the sentence here means. Okay? And then the moment he did that, he's like, I take this as a challenge. And challenge accepted. He's like, 1. Okay, realize this is in katakana. So, wa, So without the little line at the top, that makes it u. Without that, it becomes a wa. It's a little bit confusing, yes, but it will take some time for you to get used to. This is even worse because this has a so and this has a n, so sometimes I don't even know which is a what. They kind of look the same to me. You will figure it out, and we will do like a few more of these sessions in the future, but this is 1. So it doesn't go woof like in English. It goes 1 in Japan. And it doesn't go meow in English. In Japan, it goes nya. So it's 1 and nya. Alright? This happens to be him barking. That's the sound. It's not a word, it's a sound. That's why it's written in katakana. And the moment he does that, goodbye, Niku. Sayonara, Niku. Sayonara in this case because we're not gonna see that bitch again. Ta-da! Okay, so Niku wa kawa ni ochimashita. Ochi as in to fall. So kawa ni. Okay, I'm gonna take this as a particle over here. Ni means to be like inside in this case. So the meat fell into the river, basically is what he's saying. And then the dog is like, oh no, it's like ah. Then it's like boku no niku ga. Okay, so if he is using this pronoun here, boku, you now know that this dog is not a bitch. This dog is a male dog. So he's what do you call a male dog? Like this kind of situation. He's not a bitch because bitch is a female dog. Well, anyway, he's a boy dog, so we cannot call him a bitch anymore. But he's a greedy asshole. And he's getting his desserts right now, so he's lost it. He's like, my meat. Basically, what he's saying, Niku, Niku da, Niku doko, nande. And it's like, come back. It's too late. そして終わった。So これは犬と猫。So you can try this by yourself. This is the end of the book. So yeah, I don't know if I got all correct. I hope I got all correct. That would be terrible. But anyways, yep. So this is the Ace of Fable that you can read for free on Tadaku Books. So the links are all in the description of the stream actually. And yes, I see Yuzuku on Discord sneakily joining. Welcome.
Hello.
Are you shy? I'm almost ending.
I didn't know you were streaming. Hello?
Yeah. I can barely hear you. Hold on. I'm almost ending the stream for this Japanese session though. Do you have questions? Maybe I can answer them now. Any questions from you, Yuzune?
I'm listening. Nothing. No question.
Nothing, no question. Okay, any questions from chat actually? So yeah, the person you see online right now, that's Yuzune. But this is her very like 2 or 3 models ago actually. She changed VTuber models very frequently. It's the
calling me out.
The white hair nun one. That was like how many models ago, man? Also, the one... Okay, Ken Bush has something. This book would be good for toddlers to learn. Okay, do not judge the level of content, alright? What you're looking for is the ability to practice reading this. Because if a toddler can do this and you can't, then what does that make you? Right? You need somewhere to build your confidence. Don't look down on this, okay? Like, you have no idea how much, like, people who study Japanese actually struggle to do all these reading. Because some of them really can't. Not all people who learn Japanese are at my level, you know. Like, those of you who just learned the ABCs of your Japanese, which is the hiragana characters, don't expect yourself to be able to read with my level of fluency. No, even I'm not fluent. I made mistakes. Remember Shizuka-san? I was like, Suzuka? I was like, Suzuka Dare? What is a Suzuka? And I was like, Suzuka? I don't know. Suzuka? I only know Suzuki. That's the car brand. The Suzuki is not the good car brand. Like, we know Toyota, we know Honda, and there's Suzuki. It's not Suzuki, it's Shizuka.
Wait, it's not Suzuki?
No, I read wrong earlier with like one of the thing on stream, the vocabulary thing. It's Shizuka is the name Shizuka-san, and I read as a Suzuka-san, and I was like, what is a Suzuka? The only thing that's closest to it is Suzuki, but I read wrong, so I was like, what is going on? Toddler Japanese is also hard as Russian writings. My god, do not ask me about Russian. If you want to learn Russian, there's someone called Hervit. I've played Valorant with him before. You guys might have known him as well from like a while back. That guy is Russian. You should be asking him, not me. But anyways, Russian did not actually appear in the thing today. Huh. Maybe I have to go to like the country thing. Do they have like a country thing? Maybe they do have. Ryoko 多分ない. This one over here, Unit 10. 多分旅行があります. Okay, so I don't know yet, but I will try. Okay, no questions. Just relaxing to listen to. Okay, maybe relaxing because no homework. Yeah, this is homework. So I'm gonna save this one. You guys can print out a fresh copy for yourself. It's PDF. This is optional. Again, I'm gonna say the stream is for free, so it's not like I'm gonna be marking all your ugly ass handwritings. I don't want to and I don't need to because I'm not getting paid. But you guys can download this for yourself, or simple, just get like scrap paper lying around or even tissue paper or toilet paper and write it. Like, you don't need to print this if you don't want to, okay? Just know that if you need any of these strokes here, this is here for you, or this is here for you. So Marshall's side is slightly better because I like how they actually have the oh no, where did it go? Katakana course. どこ? ちょっと待って. 違う. Where did I go? Like find the thing that is missing now. Okay, wait. Okay, here, course, okay, katakana. Okay, you start here. Okay, skip the first one. That was the very fun toddler song, so we don't need that. And then you can go and revise here. For example, this one here. Okay, if you do not remember what I've gone through in the stream, just like copy the stream title and paste it, like search here. Okay, control find. You should be able to find the exam on this or click on this. And then you get to see. So this is like, you know, literally all the stroke orders that they show you. This is much better. So use it when you're practicing it. Hopefully you guys remember and don't be confused, because there are a lot of things that will look confusing. They are similar but not the same. Right, so with that, let me just end the stream. You wanna say bye-bye using it? No say bye-bye to my stream. How dare you? I'm sad she doesn't want to say bye-bye. Okay, I'm gonna say bye-bye then. Alright, hopefully maybe Yuzune joins us next time. Pancakes, you should also join us next time, like if you can on VC. So, yep, that's all. So, any other questions, I will see them in the comments, or you can find me on my Discord server. I may not know every single one of them, but I will try to answer you to the best of my abilities. That is all for me today. I'm gonna end the stream right now. I'll see you guys again. I don't know when. I'm not gonna schedule it in advance because I'm very busy right now. Okay, I'll see you on the gaming channel tomorrow with Lily. That's all. Good night!